This session, which will be a brief one, probably about 1 hour, this is on ingredients of Islamic financial innovation. And it's a kind of, I call it Sharia teaser. We give just a flavor how we can use some very simple contracts, very simple concepts to innovate for the benefit of product development in Islamic banking and finance. And the list required for innovating in Islamic financial services industry is long, but we can summarize that list into 3 areas. For effective innovation in Islamic banking and finance, we require knowledge of what is happening in the conventional banking and finance. Without good knowledge of conventional financial technology, it is almost impossible to innovate in Islamic banking and finance. Some people may say that, but does it mean that you have to innovate in light of innovation in conventional financial markets? The answer is yes, because Islamic banking and finance, as it stands today, is and this is boldened, is part of conventional financial markets. Some people like it or not, but this is the reality. Everywhere where Islamic banking and finance exists, this is actually part of conventional banking and finance. Even in Malaysia, for example, which is a very mature Islamic banking and finance market, the size of Islamic financial services industry is very small in the countries like Malaysia, Bahrain, and the UAE. Even in Saudi, where Islamic banking and finance is not progressing, it is considered as part of the conventional banking and finance. So whatever happens in conventional banking and finance, that has a bearing on Islamic banking and finance as well. On a very philosophical level, it will be really good if Islamic banking and finance comes up with a new idea, which is completely new, which is independent of conventional banking and finance. But for that, we need to have about 30 Nobel laureates. Innovation is a marginal phenomenon. It doesn't move in big leaps. I cannot create something which is completely different. Got small brain, this much. Right? And for me or anyone else, asking them to come up with something which is entirely new, it is impossible. Starting, with the most genuine research is in academia. And when you look at academic research, it's very, very marginal. One innovative paper would actually contribute to just a bit to the existing stock of knowledge. The same is true in industries as well. In financial services industry, we call it an innovative product when we have actually changed just one parameter in a formula. So when we are trying to innovate in Islamic banking and finance, actually we must have good understanding of the cutting edge financial technology in the general financial services industry. This is the first ingredient. And this has been understanding of the experts of Islamic banking and finance right from the beginning, although now the emphasis is changing. It's shifting more towards the core of Islamic banking and finance. Almost 10 years back, a bright student would come to me and ask, I would like to enter into Islamic banking and finance. And I would say, first work for a conventional bank. Try to learn conventional banking and finance. Only then you should go into Islamic banking and finance. The last 3 to 5 years, this trend changed. Because Islamic banking and finance was booming, and there was a lot of demand for personnel in Islamic banking and finance. Hence, my advice changed. So, you want to work in Islamic banking and finance, you can go to the likes of UBS, Deutsche, RBS, and so on, because they had very vibrant Islamic banking departments. But still as well, these Islamic banking and finance departments, they are part of big conventional banking and finance groups. So first thing, deep understanding of conventional banking and finance is a must for innovation in Islamic banking and finance. Second important thing is understanding of Islamic law. And this is something I have learned only after entering the industry. As an economist, I would not understand why law would be required for development of Islamic banking and finance. But this is one of the most important requirements to succeed in Islamic banking and finance, that you should have deep understanding of Islamic law. And of course, when we say Islamic law, conventional law, whether this is civil law or common law, understanding of the other secular laws is important as well. So Islamic law, which is in general for the sake of ease, is called Sharia. So Sharia knowledge is very, very important as well. And the third thing is awareness of needs and trends in Islamic financial services industry. We may have a wonderful idea which is consistent with the Islamic law, but when you go out in the market, that product is not required. So you will fail, although you have come up with something wonderful, but that is not the requirement in the industry. So what are the needs and trends in the Islamic financial services industry? This is extremely important to have a knowledge of it in order to successfully innovate in Islamic banking and finance.